Underneath Anunoby on the block, contact with Embiid, shovel pass, Robinson is bumped.
Ever wondered why some people just can't stand Joel Embiid? He's a beast on the basketball court, sure, but off it, his boldness rubs some the wrong way. Despite his skills, there's a crowd that loves to hate on him. New York fans really dislike Joel Embiid. But on Tuesday, he turned their negativity into motivation to help his team win. Embiid is known for his brash personality and penchant for trash-talking both opponents and referees during games. While this can be entertaining for some fans, it can rub others the wrong way, especially if they perceive it as disrespectful. Like many big men in the NBA, Embiid sometimes draws criticism for flopping or exaggerating contact in order to draw fouls. While this is a common tactic in the modern game, some fans view it as dishonest. Embiid has been involved in several high-profile conflicts and rivalries with other players, most notably with fellow All-Star center Andre Drummond and former Detroit Pistons forward Marcus Morris. These incidents, along with Embiid's outspoken personality, have led to animosity from fans of opposing teams. Like any competitive athlete, Embiid has had his share of on-court rivalries and conflicts with other players, which can lead to fans of those players harboring negative feelings towards him. Despite dealing with a sore knee, a pounding headache, and not performing at his peak, Embiid, the star player for the Sixers, gave his all to prevent his team from losing. In the final moments, the Philadelphia 76ers pulled off a remarkable turnaround, securing a 112-106 victory over the New York Knicks in Game 5 at Madison Square Garden. The stadium was packed with cheering fans. This win was crucial for the 76ers as it kept their season alive, preventing it from ending prematurely. The basketball showdown returns to Wells Fargo Center for Game 6 on Thursday. Right now, the Knicks lead with 3 wins to 2. However, the Sixers are feeling optimistic. They believe Embiid will step up his game from Tuesday's performance. Today wasn't his best game, but he'll give it his all to improve next time, Embiid admitted. Despite his efforts, he managed to score 19 points, grab 16 rebounds, dish out 11 assists, and block 5 shots. Compared to his usual performance, Embiid fell short by half in scoring points. On average, he scores around 35.0 points per game in this series and 34.7 for the entire season. His shooting accuracy was also off, making only 7 out of 19 attempted shots, and he lost possession of the ball 9 times throughout the game. He usually made good decisions in the game, but sometimes he was careless with the ball. He needs to work on that. Even though he tried his best, things didn't always go as planned. He knows he can do better than he did. Joel Embiid struggled in the game for several reasons. One main issue was his ball handling. He often lost possession at crucial moments. Additionally, despite his best intentions, some of his plays did not work out as he had hoped. Improving his focus and decision-making under pressure could help him perform better in future games. After being away for 2 months because of surgery on his left knee, Embiid wasn't sure if he could play in every playoff game for Philadelphia. Plus, he had a bad headache that made him miss the morning practice. He woke up with a really bad headache. He just needs to keep pushing through, Embiid said. He is okay. We won, and that's what's important. Despite facing a crowd of 19,812 people who insulted and used bad language toward him, Embiid wasn't affected. He actually seemed to like it. He doesn't feel bad at all. He loves New York City. It's his favorite place. He's been living here for 5 years now. He really enjoys the city, said the famous person from Philadelphia. The fans of the Knicks tend to pick someone to boo, and they've picked him, but that's okay. He is cool with it. If they want to shout F Embiid at him, he can take it. He actually finds it kind of fun. Additionally, the star from Philadelphia mentioned that despite being booed by Knicks fans, they still love New York City and enjoy living there. They appreciate the energy of the fans, even if it's directed towards them negatively. He wants to feel like himself again. When people doubt him, it usually pushes him to prove them wrong. But when he stays focused on basketball, everything feels all right. The fans, especially those cheering for the Knicks, have been amazing. They're passionate and bring great energy to every game. They get excited about every little thing and support the team really well. He's excited to go back to his favorite city for Game 7 on Saturday. When the Sixers face off against the Knicks at Madison Square Garden this Tuesday night, expect the crowd to be buzzing with excitement. Last weekend, when the Knicks played in South Philadelphia, their fans were super loud, and now they're even more hyped up to see Joel Embiid in action. Mike Vaccaro wrote an article titled "Joel Embiid Became a Big Villain for the Knicks in Just 1 Week," which captures the sentiment well. It's similar to how Rondé Barber quickly became unpopular in Philadelphia after a single play. Vaccaro observes that in a mere 8 days from Game 2 to Game 5, Embiid has changed from a really good player who can make strong teams like the Knicks and their fans nervous into something more formidable. Now, he's not just a player they compete against, he's seen as an adversary. Embiid's performance has shifted perceptions drastically in a short time. He's no longer just a player to watch out for, he's someone teams now actively strategize against. He compares Embiid to Reggie Miller, the villain from the 1990s Knicks. He points out what he thinks are dirty moves by Embiid. It could be good motivation for the Sixers if they use this as inspiration. The mood is pretty low before Game 5 after Sunday's loss, but the Sixers have shown us that things often don't go as expected. Former basketball player Frederick Weiss, who once played for the New York Knicks, is very upset with Joel Embiid, a star basketball player. Embiid chose to play for the USA instead of France in the Olympics. Weiss is so angry about this decision that he said Embiid should be banned from France. During a radio show in France, Weiss called Embiid a dirty guy and said he hated him for not joining the French team. Weiss is also remembered for being the player that Vince Carter famously dunked over in the 2000 Olympics. Weiss said he thinks this guy is a good player, but he's not a good person. He really doesn't like him because of what he did. He doesn't respect France or the people who want to be French but can't. He only got a French passport because he's a famous athlete, and he thinks that's wrong. He was embarrassed and upset about it. He doesn't care about his excuses. They don't mean anything to him. Joel Embiid was born in Cameroon and holds citizenship in both France and the USA. This means he can choose to play basketball for any of these countries. Even though Embiid hasn't made a final decision, Boris Diaw, the manager of the French men's basketball team, told The Athletic that Embiid has shown interest in playing for France. Embiid moved to the United States at the age of 16 to pursue his basketball career. He played college basketball for the University of Kansas before being drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers. Embiid has become one of the NBA's top players, known for his scoring, rebounding, and defensive skills. He has been named an NBA All-Star multiple times and has won several awards for his performances on the court. Representing a country in international competitions like the Olympics or the FIBA World Cup is a significant decision for any player. Embiid's choice could greatly impact the national team he decides to play for due to his talent and experience. Embiid's decision on which national team to represent will be closely watched by basketball fans around the world. There were rumors that Joel Embiid wrote a letter to French President Emmanuel Macron asking to become a French citizen so he could play for the French national team. However, in October, Embiid surprised everyone by choosing to play for Team USA instead of France. This decision disappointed many people in France. Embiid later explained why he made this choice. Weiss joked that because of Embiid's actions, he shouldn't be allowed to go to France for the Olympics. He would take away his French citizenship and say he can't come to France. We'd stop him at the airport and tell him, "You can't come in. Go home with Team USA. You're Cameroonian, you're American, but not French. Go away." What do you think about this topic? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the content, show your support with a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates. Until next time, take care everyone.